During the meeting.
Mr. Snell.
May I have the floor, please?
Yes.
Thank you. With all due respect, at our last meeting, and it was just said a little while ago that why didn't we ask questions before, but there were 3 motions made where you did not allow or permit questions or comments. You went right to the voting of it. One of them being the changing of the solicitors. You went right to the motion. Second, all those in favor. There were no, you can look at the video, I did. My question is, as far as the solicitors go, how did this come about before you were even a board member? How was he chosen? Were there a list of people that you interviewed, or?
No, there wasn't.
Then can I ask how you came to choose Ben?
Because we felt that he was the best choice.
Who did? Who's we?
Okay. May I ask Mr. Landon a question? Okay. Mr. Landon, would you say that you were impartial to this building project?
I would say that as a solicitor, my job is to give advice to the board, and that's what I'll do.
Okay. Have you, I'm sure you're aware of Facebook. Have you made any comments on Facebook regarding the project?
Yes.
I did.
Can I ask what your comment was? I'm sure there were many.
The theme.
My job is to represent the board in an impartial way, and that's what I'm
Well, would you
going
say
to do.
that's impartial if you've already made comments against the project?
I think Mr. Landon is here to represent the board and to make decisions for the board in legal matters.
I understand that,
And
Mr.
he
Snell,
is
but what
here.
I'm getting at
He is here for the benefit of the board and the Montoursville area school district.
2/3 of it.
Well, I guess I'm asking also because, you know, motions were made at this last meeting where 1/3 of us had no idea that any of what was going on was going to occur.
And you didn't ask questions.
Well, during that,
You didn't say, I don't know what's going on. Why is this happening?
Mr. Kaplan, it was brought on kind of all of a sudden.
We're not going to get an argument back.
I just was wondering.
First of all, Mrs. Marriott, if you remember, before that board meeting, we were not board members. We were citizens.
That's right, exactly.
And that's why I was
That's the point.
felt that you already had a solicitor in mind before you were even.
I'd like to add a comment to that. One of my comments is that I worked for 13 years with the County of Lycoming as a supervisor and a head of a department. And I also worked with different legal things, including purchasing things on bidding and other financial matters. And we had hired, the county commissioners had hired McNerney Page, Vanderlyn and Hall to handle these very important things that they have going on, to make sure that not whether they liked politically what the politicians, because the commissioners are politicians, what they liked, whether they agreed with them, but to make sure that all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed, and in fact, Ben was handled a lot of those. At the beginning, Gene Yaw handled pretty much everything that was done, and then as Gene became very much more busy, Ben took over, and for many years, he served to help the county and the county commissioners to make sure that things were done properly. And so he has a lot of experience, and he's with one of the oldest, most reputable firms. And they felt very, the county commissioners were very, very happy, I know. They attended all their meetings, and just like here, if there was a question that needed a ruling, that's what the solicitor does. And he also makes sure that things are, advised properly.
Well, can I ask you just one more question on something?
Sure.
How much experience in school law then do you have?
Well, I have some, but I won't discuss the particulars of it. For the same reason that I don't discuss your business with other clients, I'm not discussing their business with you.
I just wondered if you had experience in school law.
I do.
Thank you.
Mr. Snow. Mrs. Mariah, is it your contention that you need to be neutral to be involved in anything here, whether it be the lawyer, the engineer? Are you saying that everybody here should be neutral? We sure have enough people here tonight that are on one side or the other. And from what I'm hearing for you, if the person's not on your side, that somehow they're not qualified or there was something inappropriate done, okay? Not everybody sitting here is on the same page, okay?
I understand that.
And so the suggestion that Mr. Landon, his personal views on something should be considered on his qualifications as an attorney, I don't think is relevant.
How can it not be relevant when he is the solicitor for the entire board, where he should be
Because he's a
And that's-
professional.
And I just wanted to make sure that he was going to act professional.
Let me just
That's
say,
all.
let me just say to you, Mrs. Marriott, that as an attorney for the entire board, my job is to represent the entire board and to give legal advice to the entire board. As of the time of appointment, I have no personal opinions on anything the school district does.
Mr. Snell. Sure. May I have the floor?
Sure.
With respect.
Thank you. Mr. Landon, a couple questions for you. So you don't discuss, I'm not the least bit interested in your qualifications. I don't find them to be nearly what we should have for a solicitor, but that's beside the point. But when you go on Facebook pages and when you make comments, you put that out there for everyone to see. That is no longer
We
your
already
personal
discussed that.
business.
We already discussed
That's
That was not discussed.
Let me
That's not
finish.
professional.
Let me finish. I want to show everyone how impartial.
This is
you
out
are.
of order.
I have the floor.
There is no attacking of
I'm
individuals.
not attacking. I'm making a point.
No.
And I'll make my point.
No.
I'm elected just like
Ask
you.
the solicitor.
I want to make my point. Here it is, Mr. Snell, right here. We're going to bring transparency to the board.
Mr. Snell, I'm sitting right here, does he need to yell? Can we just...
Enough, Mr. That is enough. You do not attack our solicitor that we hired to represent this board.
Who's we?
Who's we?
We hired.
You. You blindsided us.
That's enough. That's it. That's it.
I'm elected by
Hey,
I'm elected. Follow the rules. I'm elected
You,
just like you
you
are.
also have to follow the rules, and I said there will be no personal attacks.
There's not a
He's
personal
May
not.
I have the
no
floor?
personal attack.
Mr. Snell, may I
I
have
will
the
not
floor?
personally attack Mr. Landon. I will not attack him, and I will treat Mr. Landon.
What Mr. Landon does in his personal time is his personal business.
That doesn't
Mr. Snell, may
And
I?
it has no place in this board.
Yes, it does. Oh my
This is
God.
not discursive, like, when he makes comments,
Same
that he
standard. Right. Board members.
Can I read
That is personal time. Has nothing to do with his business on this board.
What did Mr. Howard?
What it has to do with is that Mr. Landon was a vocal supporter of option 6, and when he makes the statement, Ben Landon said, "I don't care what they
This is
spend
out of order.
anywhere else.
You're out of order.
I am utterly opposed to
Mr.
a new
Snell.
$6 million
Yap.
in Montoursville.
Mr. Snell,
And
may I
I have
have
no
the floor?
intention
We are
of changing
adjourning
my
this
mind.
meeting.
I'd like to make a motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
We need a second.
Meeting adjourned.